Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You already know what's going on today. Grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, grab your candy, whatever you need to make it through this story time, grab it. I'm spilling the tea in the story and it's a juicy one, so sit back and relax. As you already know, whenever I bring up my ex's name, nothing good comes out of it. It was his birthday during the week. I told him like, hey, if you want to do something on the weekend, whatever you want to do, I'm cool with it. So he decides that he wants to go to a club in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, Fort Lauderdale is about 40 to 45 minutes away from where we live. It's nothing to drive down there and drive back. So we're on our way to the highway, but before we get on there, he says that he wants to stop at the liquor store. Cool, I don't have a problem with it. I wanted him to have a good time for his birthday. So if he was gonna drink, I was gonna drive. I don't drink anyway, so it didn't make a difference. We're driving, we're on the highway, and as soon as we start getting closer to Fort Lauderdale, that's when he decides that he wants to start drinking and driving. I start to freak out. I tell him to pull over if he wants to drive so that me and him can switch places. That way we'll be safe and nobody's life is at risk. But no, he's like,
oh no, I can make it. We can make it. Why are you tripping?
All this other stuff. All right. So being the responsible adult that I am, I take the bottle from him and I put it in the back seat. He gets upset. He's like,
why did you do that?
Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. He still wouldn't let me drive and he's driving really, really fast. But we make it there safely, thankfully. We get to the club. We go in the club. We have a good time. Cool. I'm ready to go home at this point. But he decides that he doesn't. See, that's the problem with black people life. Black people don't ever just want to have fun and then be done with it. They want to continue the fun until they just can't anymore. He was like, yo, we should go to another club. And like I just said, I'm ready to go home. I don't care to go to another club. I don't like clubs anyways. Like the airhead that I am, I just say yes. So we're on the way to this other club that he wants to go to. And this is exactly how it went down. We're driving, he runs a red light, and then I see red and blue lights. I know what you're probably thinking. You're like, oh, he's just gonna get a ticket for running the red light, right? Remember that liquor stop that I was talking about earlier? Well, before that liquor stop, he made a weed stop. And weed is illegal in Florida. So I'm freaking out. I've never been face to face with a cop except for career day in elementary school. I don't know what to do at this point. I think that we're both going to jail. So then he comes up with a brilliant idea to eat the weed. I didn't even know that was a thing. At the time, I was like, if he eats it, there's no evidence, nobody goes to jail. So what do? I reach in the back, I give it to him, and he eats it whole. I've never seen someone just eat a whole, like it was like this big, and he just ate it. Whatever. So we pull in by Burger King, and then the police officer goes, oh, what happened back there? You know, police officers are just my ex is like, oh, I didn't see it, which was a lie because he was going full speed when he did it. And then the officer was like, do you guys have anything on you? My ex was like, no. I was like, no. And then the officer, I guess he felt that we were trying him, and he was like, I smelt it as soon as I got out of the car. You guys don't want to go to jail for some stupid weed. So if you just tell me that you have it, we can work this thing out. You can throw it out and be on your way. So we're both like, no, because in actuality, we don't have anything on us. So then the cop was like, okay, well, I'm going to need you both to step out of the car and I'm going to have to search the car. Okay, at this point, I'm not freaking out too much because I'm like, there's nothing in the car. He ate it, so we're good. We're sitting down on the sidewalk and the cop is just ransacking the entire car. He calls 2 more cops to go through the car, and then he calls a lady cop to search me to see if I have anything on me. And there was nothing there. He didn't find anything, she didn't find anything on me, and I thought that was it. I thought we were gonna be free to go. Because I even heard him say to himself, he's like, is it just me? Am I the only one who smells it? And then the other cops was like, we don't see anything. So I'm like, we about to be out of here. He gets the dog. He calls for the canine dog to search the car.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
At this point, I'm just hoping my ex isn't that dumb to have possibly left any evidence, because the dog will find it. The dog will always find it. It's like 20-30 minutes later, and then the other cop shows up with the canine. The canine searches the car for approximately 2 minutes, and then all you hear is him hit something. He comes up with this tiny crumb of weed. It is literally this big. When the officer comes over, he says, because it was behind my seat, I was the one that had to go to jail.
What?
I had a feeling that the night was gonna go bad, and I tried to just like make everything just, you know, go well. And then in the end, I'm the one who gets bit. So he puts me in handcuffs. He puts me in the back of the car. I'm crying. I'm just thinking to myself, like, what am I gonna tell my parents? Because at the time, I was only 18. I'm only 18, but at 18, you're an adult. I had no idea what to do. I was just praying in the back. I was like, God, I know you always got me, but I need you to have me right now. There's no way that I can go to jail. As I'm in the back of the car, I just see my ex over there pleading with all the police officers. I can't hear anything because all the windows are up, but I could just see him motioning like it was mine, take me, or whatever. And I was gonna let them take him, because at that point I was done with that boy. Like, he was just getting me in too much trouble. The cop comes over to me, he rolls down the window, and he's talking to me, and he's like, I know for a fact that you don't even smoke weed, I know that you don't drink, I can see that you're truly a good person. I didn't say anything to the cop, but I was just thinking, I was like, you know what, you're right. And I hate for a cop to be right, but he was actually right. Anyways, they ended up letting us go, and that had to be the worst night of my life, because I really thought that I was going to jail. We got home, I want to say it was like almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I got in trouble the next day for coming in so late. And I was just like, if only you guys knew. Keep in mind, my parents do not know the story to this day. Nobody knows the story except for my boyfriend and my best friend, and now you guys know it as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Comment down below if you've had any near jail experiences. I would love to read them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.